Hi, I'm Wendy. I'm a registered nurse, health coach, wife, mother, and now I'm adding competitive bodybuilder to that list. I'm prepping for my second bodybuilding competition this fall. I am a master's athlete. I am in my 50s, and I recently started bodybuilding seriously, after the kids left home, and I wanted to have a new goal for myself, and that's what I came up with. So I started this channel because I'd like to share some of the things that I've learned from bodybuilding in terms of nutrition, fitness, and general lifestyle. Because even though I don't expect most people to want to go into competitive bodybuilding, there is a lot of health information that you could definitely benefit from. So in this episode, we're going to be in the kitchen. I've got just a few sort of meal prep tips. Let's call them tips, just practical tips. I'm going to show you how to roast sweet potatoes ahead of time, which there's really nothing to it. Make zucchini noodles. I'll do a demo of my Ninja Creamy because that is literally my favorite gadget next to the coffee maker. And speaking of gadgets, I'll show you a few of my favorites. And I'd love it if you'd hit like and subscribe and let me know what else do you, because before I went into bodybuilding, I thought, oh my gosh, these are these superhuman people that must have special genetics, or they must have something that I don't. They are, gifted with special powers. They're like the X-Men. They're just regular people. And now I'm sort of living the same lifestyle, and I haven't changed my life drastically. I still have a job. I still, have to do laundry and get groceries and pay the bills and all that regular stuff that grown-ups do. But I have definitely improved my health drastically, and I'd love to share that with you. So a question I get asked all the time as a competitive bodybuilder is, what do you eat? People always are asking me what I eat. They think, oh, you must be eating a ton of eggs or a ton of protein or no carbs. Everyone just has some sort of idea of what it is that I eat, or like I must be eating some kind of crazy, keto diet. About 1,800 calories. My show, I think, is 10 weeks away. I should know this. I think it's 10 weeks from Saturday, which when I show you what it is, it's actually for pre-workout. So this has my 40 grams of whey protein. I have a little cashew milk in there, and some water and a little stevia. And I put xanthan gum to make it a little thicker. So yeah, I have 40 grams of protein here. And then I have my oatmeal with 100 grams of banana. That is pre-workout meal. Post-workout meal, I've got rice. It's 160 grams of rice and 100 grams of blueberries. And it's cooked together with some cinnamon, ginger, cardamom, and nutmeg. I have like a spice blend I make. And then my frittata, it's got spinach and it's got sun-dried tomato, and it's got one whole egg and 180 grams of egg white. So that's post-workout. And then I have another meal right now. It's just zucchini and chicken. So that one's pretty basic. I used to have rice with that one, but not right now on contest prep. And then I have another meal that's just salad greens with chicken. I've got cucumber, and I actually put my strawberries in there. My strawberries are supposed to go with my dinner, but I moved them to my salad. So and I make a salad dressing with mustard, apple cider vinegar, and sugar-free maple syrup. And then last but not least is my dinner with either red potato or sweet potato, carrots, and 130 grams of sirloin steak. So not too shabby. It's my meals come out good, and I'm definitely not starving. The average woman currently eating more than 1,800 calories would definitely lose fat eating this diet. Strawberry Ninja Creamy today. I've been talking about Ninja Creamies to anyone who will listen, because if you ask me like one food that I really have had a hard time not eating, it's not that I've had a hard time not eating it. It's just that I miss it. It's like the whole experience of it. It's ice cream. We're here in New England, in like central Massachusetts, and going out for ice cream is a really big deal. There's like, within a 5-mile radius, I could probably tell you like 3 different places you can go where they make their own ice cream. There's like cows there. You sit outside, you eat ice cream. It's like going out for ice cream in the summer is huge. So finding the Ninja Creamy and being able to make my own ice cream that fits into bodybuilding prep is amazing. What I'm making today, and I have one in the freezer. Actually, it's in the microwave. I like to thaw it out just a tiny bit on defrost before I process it in the creamy. It makes it get like a soft serve texture, and it gets creamier right away instead of letting it sit on the counter. So that's just what I do. You can always respin it if it doesn't get creamy right away. It has a respin feature right on the machine. But I'm using Rise strawberry, it's strawberry cake roll. I think that's what it's called. Strawberry shortcake rolls protein powder, which makes really good ice cream. I don't usually even like strawberry ice cream, but for this, it comes out really good. So I use that. I use like a cup of cashew milk, which is only 25 calories. I do 40 grams of protein powder. This is 130 calories per 34 grams. So I would be using 40 grams as my pre-workout meal anyway. And then I use just a 1/4 teaspoon of xanthan gum. What that does is it gives it like more thickness. It makes it really extra thick and creamy, since the cashew milk is not bad, but you don't get that rich texture like you do with ice cream. So I'm going to take this out. I am going to put it right in this little bottom part here. And I'm not going to keep the video rolling while this is spinning because it's super duper loud. And I'm doing this backwards here. What you do is you just get it, it has to sit just right in here. Of course, I'm doing it backwards and left-handed, and then once it's in place, it snaps in. And so Ninja Creamy's all done spinning. I'm going to take this off. Again, I'm going backwards and left-handed. So this is a little, yeah, there's a button over here. Push this, and then this lid comes right off. And you can see, you get this little well in the middle, but that came out pretty good. It spun nicely. Looks like a good texture. So that is my Ninja Creamy. And I'll just show you, you can see sort of, it's got good ice cream texture. So That will be yummy. If you don't eat this all in one sitting, which I always do, this is one serving for me, but you can refreeze it. You put the lid back on. I don't know where I put the lid, actually down here. Yeah. You freeze them with these lids. You put the lid back on, put it back in the freezer, and then you just re-spin it when you take it out. So it's a helpful hint if you don't finish one. Walmart. It came with, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 potatoes. So all I did, I stuck them in the microwave for, I did 10 minutes this time. Sometimes I do 8. And then I'm just gonna wrap each one individually in aluminum foil. And put them on my pan. And then I'm gonna bake them in the oven. I like 450. I like to get them nice and hot so they start to caramelize. And because they're already pretty well cooked with 10 minutes, they're not cooked through. I'll probably keep these in the oven for about 20 minutes and then turn the heat off. You can even let them cool in the oven. And then you've got sweet potatoes all week. What will we find in Mark and Wendy's fridge? Let's see. Well, we've got way too many condiments, first of all. We've got so much Hughes, because they're sugar-free. Stubbs is awesome barbecue sauce. That's left over from a family cookout. Don't use it right now because barbecue sauce is awesome, but if you look at the calorie and the sugar count, it adds up quick. So definitely not something I eat. Although when you compare Stubbs to Hughes, Hughes has 10 calories and no sugar. So that's what I end up using. Sriracha, put that on my eggs, love it. Salsa, you just gotta make sure you're not getting sugar in there. This has got 1 gram, but only 10 calories for 2 tablespoons. So comparable to the Hughes barbecue sauce, but again, that can add up. You've got this. This is got a lot of sugar in it. Don't use this. This is leftover from something Mark made a while back. If you see, the first ingredient is actually corn syrup. So, and 45 calories in a tablespoon. Don't want to use that. Got my cashew milk. This is my staple for making Ninja Creamies. 25 calories in a cup, not too bad. No sugar. Got egg whites. We've got our Coke Zero. Mark has jam on his diet. It's low sugar. This maple syrup, have not been using that, but you know, we live in New England. You gotta have real maple syrup in the fridge. And then our prepared foods. We got a big bowl of rice, got some grilled chicken, got bananas, eggs. These are roasted red potatoes. This is some steak, baby carrots cooked. Oh, my fridge is beeping at us. Pantry items I definitely recommend. Apple cider vinegar, great for making salad dressings or just marinating vegetables. Cucumbers are good in that. Cooking spray, you get the olive oil cooking spray. I love this Truvia brown sugar, great in oatmeal or cream of rice. I eat oatmeal. So definitely have oats in there. I've got olive oil. Some of this stuff in here. I'm gonna make some zucchini noodles, aka zoodles. I've got a few zucchini I picked from the garden. They're already ready. I've got my little spiralizer, which this is just a handheld one. Super easy and basic. You can get one right on Amazon. And I've snipped the ends off of this zucchini. And all you're gonna do, you take the guard off of the end. You see there's a little grater there. And you're just going to press the zucchini on this little knob here, and you twist, and out come your noodles. And you just keep going. There are automatic ones or ones with a crank that you can do things a little faster, but I find this works just as well. So you do come up at the end with these little zucchini core things that come from the center. I just chop them up to use them and cook them right in with the zoodles. They're not the same shape, but then you take the knife and just cut them up, like go both ways, so they're a little more manageable. I mean, unless you want really long zucchini noodles, I mean, that's like a decent length. These are like bite size, so you can decide how long you want to make your zucchini cooking spray. Pay no mind to the girl in the kitchen. They will get soggy pretty quick, so just a few times around the pan. I'm using garlic powder and Italian seasoning here, but you can use any combination of spices you'd like. You could do curry powder, you could do cumin and chili powder, you could do ginger and garlic. It's really up to you. So while we're in the kitchen, a few of our sort of go-to appliances. I should get endorsements from Ninja because our blender, which we definitely use quite a bit, it's got this big pitcher, but then it's also got the individual size cup that you can put on there. So I use that if I'm gonna just make a shake or like a frozen iced coffee. My Ninja Creamy, which I talked about earlier, this thing is like my favorite appliance, I have to say. Love this thing. If you love ice cream like I do, definitely a good investment. We do have a rice cooker because we eat quite a bit of rice. I actually don't eat any rice right now because on contest prep, I do. I have post-workout, I have some rice. So sometimes it's rice, sometimes I do cream of rice cereal. And then of course our food scale, our trusty food scale. We do weigh and measure everything, so this food scale gets a lot of use. If you're interested, it definitely is eye-opening to see the amounts of things when you start weighing them, rather than just going by, like, you know, say 1 medium sweet potato, which could be anything, right? But if you have 120 grams of sweet potato, that's totally different. While we're talking appliances, it's a toss-up, the Ninja Creamy versus the coffee maker. So definitely love our coffee maker. We have this nice little coffee station I put together not too long ago because we are definitely coffee lovers. We have our coffee maker, and then we've got our espresso maker, which I love. I do enjoy my caffeine. And then they're not appliances, but just very handy for meal prep is these little, containers. They come in a pack of 6, I think. And they've got lids, and I pretty much pack my meals for the week in those. Another thing I love, we get a lot of mileage out of these little glass Pyrex containers that have lids on them. My breakfast, or it's actually my post-workout meal, is like 180 grams of egg white with 1 whole egg and 100 grams of spinach and some veggies. So we make these all ahead of time on Sunday, make them for the week, and then just heat them up and they're good to go. So we have 5 of these containers. So you just spray cooking spray in there, put the ingredients right there, bake it at 350 for about 30 minutes, and now you've got your breakfasts all made for the week. I'd love it if you'd hit like and subscribe and let me know what else do you want to know about.